Imagine going to the supermarket and there's no tomatoes. Going to your health food store and there's no macadamias. Going for a walk in the bush and there's no wildflowers. This is a future without bees. And I'm not talking about the European honeybee, an introduced species. And as we know from cane toads and cats, introduced species typically have bad effects on our wildlife. No, I'm talking about our native bees. There are in fact 2,000 species of native bees in Australia. These are the bees that I love, that give me a real buzz, and the ones that we really need to protect. Why? They're part of our biotic heritage, and they can also be better pollinators compared with honeybees. This is especially the case for our wildflowers. Our iconic wildflowers are what make Australia, Australia. But without native bees, we have no wildflowers. Native bees can also be better pollinators than honeybees when it comes to fruit and veggies. Take tomatoes. Honeybees cannot even pollinate these. Our native blue-banded bees, though, they produce bumper crops. The issue is that our native bees are under threat, suffering from a lack of food resources. How can we help them? By planting flowers, but not just any flowers. My research is dedicated to saving the bees by finding out what flowers they visit. I've spent over 2 years in the bush, in front yards and backyards, recording all the plant species are there and what the native bees visit and don't visit. What did I find? Well, plants listed on popular garden websites as bee attractive actually aren't attractive to our native bees. It's like trying to offer Brussels sprouts to kids. They just won't take them. What can we plant that attract native bees? Well, my research has found it's the common native plants that are real draw cards for native bees. The myrtaceae, our iconic eucalypts, our butterbrushes, our melaleucas, those are the ones that native bees really need. Also, plants in the family Fabaceae, native pea plants. These are another important group of plants. So what does this all mean? My research has shown that rather than exotic plants that are often offered in garden centres and popularised on garden websites, it's our native plants that we really need to plant in our gardens, retain on our verges, and especially protect in our bushland remnants. If we do this, we can keep our native bees buzzing.